on all platforms. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to today's live session. I'm Bria Colon. I help immigration law firms optimize their workflow so they can handle more cases without sacrificing quality or burning out. So, today's topic is something every busy law firm deals with: case overload. If you ever felt like you've been drowning in work but still want to grow, you're in the right place. Let me know in the chat, how often do you feel overwhelmed by your current caseload? And if you're new here, introduce yourself. So let's talk about why case overload happens. So, one, lack of streamlined workflows. If your team is constantly duplicating efforts or working inefficiently, it will add up. Secondly, taking on too many cases without scaling. Saying yes to every client without planning for additional resources can lead to overwhelm. And thirdly, inefficient case management systems. Tools like MyCase or Clio can save you hours each week if you set them up correctly, but many firms don't use them to their full potential. One of my clients reduced their workload by automating their intake processing. That's the power of optimization. Does any of this sound familiar? If so, drop a yes in the chat. You're not alone in the struggle. So we're going to go back to lack of streamlined workflows and get a little bit more in depth about that. So imagine a law firm where attorneys and paralegals are manually updating case statuses in spreadsheets, sending follow-up emails individually, and constantly having to check in with each other for updates. This duplication of efforts wastes time, and it can create confusion. It can create a huge emotional toll on the team, which can include stress and burnout. It can create delays in client communication, leading to dissatisfied clients and missed deadlines or overlooked details that can negatively impact the case. So, we're going to talk about a few solutions on how automating your repetitive task with tools like MyCase or even Zapier, or using a shared calendar or task management system to assign clear roles and the deadlines, such as Microsoft Office, or implementing standardized templates for routine emails or documents so it can be easy for you to automate those things. Secondly, we can dive into taking on too many cases without scaling. Imagine a solo immigration attorney saying yes to every client, from asylum cases to family petitions to different complex waivers, without considering whether their current team or technology can handle the increased workload. And as a result, cases can get delayed. Team morale decreases because their energy is depleted. Mistakes happen due to worst work, which can negatively impact your case and also can bring up some ethical concerns as well. So, some of the solutions that can help this is setting up a clear intake process to screen cases for fit and urgency, outsource routine tasks such as drafting or research, or contract attorneys to help you with your consultations, and considering hiring part-time or virtual assistants to help manage that caseload. Thirdly, we're going to talk about inefficient case management systems. Imagine an immigration firm has been using MyCase for years, but hasn't explored features like automated reminders for deadlines, or access document templates, or even something like a client portal. Hi. As a result, the team spends hours each week sending manual reminders, retyping the same documents, and answering client status questions. This inefficiency can lead to delays and unnecessary stress. It can lead to missed deadlines and tasks, which can be common and a costly issue when systems are set up poorly. Important tasks or follow ups can easily fall through the cracks. And we know as immigration attorneys how common those follow ups can be. Lack of real-time collaboration. Without an efficient case management system, the team members waste time trying to coordinate because they can't see the updates or changes in real time, and this can lead to duplicate efforts or miscommunication even within your team to your clients. And is practicing as long as I have, not too long, but some of the firms that I have worked in, I've seen some of those issues where the client may not feel as connected with the firm because their calls aren't being returned, or they're not getting as many updates on their case, which can lead to client dissatisfaction, can lead to bad reviews, can lead to your clients not referring anyone to you because they were dissatisfied with how their case was picked up. Even if the case was approved, they still weren't satisfied just with the housekeeping measures of your firm. And attorneys and staff can spend hours answering client questions that could have been solved by giving clients access to their case status or documents. That's a very huge point as well. If you're able to have an efficient case management system and you're able to set up a portal for your clients, like on my case, they can be able to see the updates within their portal without you calling them or without them calling you playing phone tag with this one client. And if you're doing that with one client, you're doing that with 5 clients. If you're doing that with 5 clients, you're doing that with 10 clients. Another thing, it can make for poor data organization. Storing documents and case notes in different locations lead to wasted time when searching for information, especially if you have systems into place with your firm to where certain people handle certain roles. If one role isn't able to access a document that they need, but the other one is, that can create confusion and can create lack of time management, and your paralegal or your legal assistant using that time within a day to play catch up on things that could have been easily automated. So now let's get further into some solutions. Some solutions are already stated in the live, and there'll be some new solutions that I'll mention. So firstly, one that I already mentioned was to invest in a case management software. Set up templates for common processes like intake forms to save time and reduce errors. Delegate non-legal tasks. Outsource time-consuming tasks like drafting or client intake to contract attorneys or virtual assistants who are there to be able to help you in situations such as this. Set boundaries. Be strategic about the cases that you take on. For example, focus on high-value cases that align with your firm's expertise and goals. If you're not comfortable with employment visas, don't take on employment visas. Just center your firm on family-based visas, because as we've talked about before, if you align your business to be able to talk to those people who have the problem that you can solve, then you'll just have an overflow of clients coming in versus having to be in the scarcity mindset to where you feel like you may have to take on help with employment-based visas, or work with certain type of immigration relief that you're not fond of. That your team knows how to use these tools and processes that you've put into place. This alone can affect efficiency significantly. If you have even one training where you're training your whole team on how to maneuver my case or maneuver some of the SOPs that you have for your immigration firm or your company, then that will save so much time just going back and forth trying to figure out something that could have been talked about already in a meeting. So imagine an immigration law firm taking on too many cases without a clear system for managing them. Here's how you can fix some of these issues. Remember, automating your intake process. This can free up hours for your team each week. Outsourcing drafting tasks. You can partner with contract attorneys to handle your overflow of work, especially tasks that you've done before in your firm, and you can just easily give them an example on how you want this to be completed. Create a prioritization system. We can set up a triage process to focus on your high priority cases first, such as an asylum case that may be really close to their year filing date. Within 3 months, I can assure you that the team will be able to take on about 25% more cases without additional stress. If this sounds like a solution you benefit from, you let me know in the comments and I'll share more details. So here's a hard truth. If you don't address your case overload, it's not just your workload that suffers. Your clients will feel it too. Delays, mistakes, and poor communication all hurt your reputation and can lead to lost referrals. But if you take control, but what if you took control? What if your team had the capacity to handle every case efficiently while you focused on growing your practice? That's what optimization can do for you. If this sounds like a solution you've been searching for, let's work together. Book a consultation where we can create a personalized plan to help your firm manage caseload and scale sustainably. Click the link in the bio to secure your spot. Don't wait, your firm's growth depends on it. Thank you so much for joining me on this live, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.